Have you ever wondered how often you come into contact with artificial intelligence in everyday life without even noticing it? Maybe while shopping online, when products appear that seem uncannily well matched to your tastes, or while scrolling through social media, where algorithms analyze your interests to show you what they consider the most relevant content. AI is no longer just a futuristic idea from science fiction. It has become part of daily life. And that raises an important question. If AI increasingly shapes what you see, learn, and maybe even trust, who gets to decide how it works? To understand that, it helps to start with the basics. Artificial intelligence refers to systems or machines that simulate aspects of human intelligence. That includes learning, problem-solving, language processing, and even certain creative abilities. These technologies are the result of decades of research in computer science, mathematics, and neuroscience. But what really matters for most of us is how that research has moved into ordinary life. A simple example is the digital assistant on your phone or in your home. Whether it's Siri, Google Assistant, or Alexa, these programs use AI to recognize speech, provide information, and carry out tasks. They learn from interactions and adapt to preferences. That's a direct result of research in machine learning, a branch of AI that allows systems to learn from data and improve without being explicitly programmed for every single case. Imagine you're in the kitchen and ask your assistant for a recipe for your favorite meal. Within seconds, it finds the recipe and may even help organize what you already have at home. It's convenient, and it shows how AI can make everyday life easier and more efficient. Another major area is healthcare. AI is used to support diagnoses, help develop treatment plans, and monitor patients. Researchers have found that AI-based systems can detect patterns in large amounts of data that may be invisible to the human eye. That can lead to faster and more accurate diagnoses. And in some cases, it may save lives. Think about the potential if an AI system can identify early signs of disease that might otherwise be missed. One example is the analysis of X-rays, where AI may detect anomalies that even experienced radiologists could overlook. But as AI becomes more integrated into daily life, it also raises difficult questions. How does politics shape these technologies? Regulation is one of the most hotly debated issues in AI. Governments around the world face the challenge of creating legal frameworks that encourage innovation while also protecting privacy and public safety. In Europe, for example, there have been efforts to develop strict rules for the use of AI, with the goal of ensuring that these technologies are used ethically and responsibly. That becomes especially important in sensitive areas such as law enforcement or lending, where wrong decisions can have serious consequences. And here's one of the most important realities about AI. It is not always fair, and it is certainly not always right. AI systems can reproduce bias and discrimination if they are trained on biased data. Facial recognition technology is one example. In some cases, it has shown racial bias because the training data was not diverse enough. That reveals a bitter irony. A technology that is supposed to help us can also reinforce existing inequalities. This is why research and public policy need to work together. If AI is to be fair and inclusive, society has to stay alert and insist that both the development and the use of these systems meet ethical standards. There is also a common misconception that AI will completely replace human intelligence. AI has made impressive progress in many areas, but it remains limited when it comes to understanding human emotions, deep creativity, and complex social interaction. AI can support us and make certain tasks easier, but it cannot replace the human experience. Think of an artist creating a painting with passion and emotion. An AI can learn to generate visually appealing images, but it cannot truly relive the deeply human feelings and experiences that may be embedded in a work of art. That distinction matters, especially when we start to rely on machines in areas that shape culture, judgment, and meaning. AI is also transforming industry. Many companies use it to optimize production processes, reduce errors, and improve efficiency. Robots equipped with AI can take over tasks in factories that were once done by people. That can lower costs and increase productivity. But it also leads to a difficult question. What happens to the jobs affected by these technologies? The debate over AI and the labor market is complex. On the one hand, new technologies can create new kinds of work. On the other, they can make existing jobs obsolete. Both things can be true at once. That's why societies need solutions that prepare people for the changes AI brings, rather than simply reacting after the fact. Education offers another striking example of both promise and caution. Intelligent learning systems can create personalized study plans based on the individual needs of students. This allows teachers to respond more directly to strengths and weaknesses. Imagine a student struggling with math. An AI-supported learning program could provide extra exercises and explanations tailored specifically to that student. That could help students learn more effectively and improve their performance. In many schools around the world, that is no longer just a future scenario. Classrooms already exist where students work on tablets and laptops, while AI systems analyze progress in real time and suggest targeted exercises. Some platforms use adaptive learning technologies to offer customized content based on how each student learns. The idea is simple. Not everyone learns the same way, and AI may help address those differences. But here, too, caution is necessary. If we become too dependent on technology, we may neglect social skills and human interaction. Teachers are not just providers of information. They are mentors and role models. The emotional support they offer cannot be replaced by a machine. AI also shapes what we consume. Personalized advertising is one obvious example. If you spend time on social media, you've probably noticed that products are suggested to you with remarkable precision. That happens because complex algorithms analyze your online behavior. At first glance, this may seem useful, but it also raises questions about privacy. How much do companies know about us? And how is that information being used? There's even a humorous side to this. If AI ever becomes so advanced that it knows our preferences better than we do, we may stop fully deciding for ourselves what we want to buy. Maybe one day your refrigerator will tell you, "You've already eaten too many chips. How about a healthy salad instead?" It sounds funny, but it points to something serious. Technology can intervene in our lives more deeply than we sometimes realize. And that leads us back to the title of this video. If algorithms decide which posts appear in your feed, which products are recommended to you, which learning materials you see, and perhaps which news stories seem most relevant, then AI does not just support daily life. It helps shape perception. It influences attention. In subtle ways, it can affect what we come to know and even what we are inclined to believe. That does not mean AI is secretly controlling everything. But it does mean that the systems behind everyday convenience deserve scrutiny. The choices built into them matter. The data used to train them matters. The laws governing them matter. And the values of the societies using them matter too. There is also a broader social concern: the digital divide. While AI is advancing in many areas, not everyone has equal access to these technologies. In rural areas or lower-income regions, access to AI-supported education systems or healthcare services may be limited. That could deepen existing inequalities and weaken social cohesion. If only some groups benefit from smarter tools, faster services, and personalized support, the gap between those who have access and those who do not may grow wider. So the story of AI is not simply one of progress or danger. It is both an opportunity and a challenge. AI can make life more efficient, improve healthcare, support learning, and help industry become more productive. But it can also raise concerns about privacy, bias, job security, unequal access, and the growing influence of algorithms over daily choices. In the end, the future of AI will not be shaped by technology alone. It will also be shaped by the decisions we make as a society. Whether AI is used responsibly, fairly, and in ways that preserve human dignity depends on research, regulation, and public awareness working together. If we want to benefit from AI without losing sight of ethics, social responsibility, and human connection, then we cannot leave these decisions to engineers, companies, or governments alone. We all have a stake in how these systems are built and used. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to Aurora Knowledge, turn on notifications, and tell us in the comments what topic we should explore next.